Thank y'all for tuning back in to your favorite channel. It's your boy Pelican Bay K9's giving it to you the way I always do. Fair and unbiased. Some gonna like it, some ain't, man. Y'all hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to drop down in them comments. Big salute to all my brothers and sisters down in the chat right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say, and salute to the dog lovers from one side of the world to the other side of the world. Your boy PBK9s. I'm gonna give it to them raw today. You know, I'm gonna give y'all how can I put a classic video? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you that dog news. We're gonna talk about it. We got plenty of news and we got some dog talk. You know what I'm saying? Plenty of news and some dog talk. Hope everybody had a great day and a great night. It just depends on where you're at. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all the dog channels that's doing the right things for these dogs out here. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to all the dog channels. Now, first thing I want to say, man, you know what I'm saying? Big salute, you know, to my military brothers. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to my military brothers. Going hard, samurai, track life, you know. Big salute to my brothers. And, you know, I know it's plenty more of y'all brothers out there, but I just don't know who y'all are. You know, I want to give my salute to them brothers. You know what I'm saying? Because like I always say, man, you know, I know what it feel like to, when you got a loved one that's on the battlefield and you don't know if they're coming home the next day or the next week or the next month or whenever they're supposed to come. You know, I know how that feel. You know what I'm saying? When you really on the battlefield or they really on the battlefield and you don't know. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how it's going to go. So salute to all my brothers in the military. You know what I'm saying? All my brothers. Now let's get into this dog talk. We're going to get into that news because I got plenty of it for y'all brothers. But we're going to get into that dog talk first. I want to say, you know what I'm saying? I want to say, man, I've been checking something out over the past few hours. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to I want to voice my opinion about certain things, you know, and speak on certain things. You know, first thing I want to say, when you can't mess with Big Ump. Going hard kennels. See, if you ever been watching my videos a while back, you know, especially way before me and Going Hard even got into our problem, if you was watching my videos, you always heard me say, that's Big Unk, right? You always heard me say that's Big Unk. And then when we got in a little argument, I was like, yo, you know, I always call you Unk. You know what I'm saying? You know, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I'm the crazy nephew. You know what I'm saying? I'm the crazy nephew. And the thing about it, we gotta make some things clear right here today. You know what I'm saying? We gotta make some things clear right here today. And tonight. Big salute to my people in the UK. Keep doing y'all thing. You know, keep taking care of them dogs the way y'all take care of them. Now, let me get to this going hard situation. You know, see, this the deal. And this is where my whole problem come in at. You know what I'm saying? When you got brothers who, whether you like them or whether you don't like them, you know, when you got brothers who purchase dogs, when you got brothers who went across the country, bred dogs, no matter where it was at, you know, when you got brothers who played with them dogs back in them days when the laws weren't the same, when you got brothers who know the game when it comes to these dogs, you cannot, and I mean, no matter if this brother know the game in training, no matter if this brother know the game in whatever he know the game in, if it's hands-on confirmation, you cannot let these brothers slip and slide in these YouTube channels or YouTube channel and disrespect brothers, you know, who already did something. Now, it's like I said before, okay, you know, granted, the brothers Going Hard, them is, you know, a bit older than me. Them brothers can be my daddy, old enough to be my daddy. You know what I'm saying? So uh, if we get into a dog argument, you know, most likely they're gonna have more years in the game than me. Okay, then, but the thing is, we can argue back and forth because I had dogs. They can talk all the trash they want about my dogs because I had them. If we train dogs and we talking about trained dogs, then we can argue back and forth. Oh, my training ain't right. Your training ain't right. Going hard, my training ain't right. You know, we both getting our hands dirty. But then when somebody jump in the conversation who knows nothing about the training, who never even told a dog how to sit before, how can you get in a conversation with us about this? So that goes the same way when it comes to the old school stories. If you have no story to share, you have no opinion in this conversation. You know, on certain things. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of brothers have opinions in the chat, but they play their position. You know what I'm saying? They play their position. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's real. When it come to going hard, Buck City. You know, you ever heard of don't get involved with domestic disputes? You know, let me explain something to you because you're kind of hard to understand. And from what you told that judge that you're going to do what you want, that comes from people who hard to understanding that them judges going to break your back to show you that you ain't that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yo, but anyway, you don't get involved with domestic disputes. You go, you see a man and a woman fighting. She done slapped him across the head with a bottle. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to come over there. Now they done tag team up on you and you got killed. You know what I'm saying? You the one got hurt. Neither one of them hurt and you went over there to help her. You know? See, that's the thing. Don't get involved with men going hard, got going on, had going on. You know what I'm saying? They think you going to try to put a wedge between us because you think he ain't cool with me or I ain't cool with him. Nah, it's like a domestic dispute, dog. We might argue amongst each other, you know what I'm saying? But somebody like you that don't fit in with the real dog brothers who trying to do things right with these dogs, you know what I'm saying? Brothers ain't gonna sit back and let you say all kind of things. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't gonna go like that. It just, at the end of the day, you know, how can you get on your channel, Buck City, and say, this man started his channel talking about dog fighting? See, that's the difference. That's what you don't understand, Buck City, a.k.a. Kraken Kennel, a.k.a. James Elmer Givens. That's what you don't understand, big dog. We, me going hard, and many more people, made the mistakes back in the days. We talk about our stories, our mistakes that we made. And that's what we're trying to tell you. And that's what we having the hardest problem with you at, because you want to talk about everybody's life except for yours. You know what I'm saying? You mad at the end of the day, you really mad because everybody know about the Michael Myers dog now. That's what you mad about. Everybody hip to that Michael Myers shit, that you didn't make him a champion. You don't know nothing about him. You don't know nothing about nothing. And them folk charge you with Michael Myers, and you really don't know nothing about him. You really didn't do anything with him. You know? So it's like you want to be something you ain't, and you pressing the issue a little too much. Like all your boys that left you, really, they just hang around you just to hang around you. 7, 8 left you. You know, he still fuck with you, but he left you. Like them boys don't want to be involved with the type of stuff that you involved with, because the stuff that you involved with, it ain't hitting no nothing. You know what I'm saying? It ain't involving nothing good behind it. You know, anybody who get in trouble with the dogs, automatically, if they gonna still get their money with the dogs, common sense tell anybody, lay low, get your money on the low, do your thing, however you gonna do it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Only person that's gonna do something the way you did it, Buck City, is you, James Elmer. You the only person that'll get back up here on 2 years probation. That no people told you to stay off YouTube for one. They don't tell most people to stay off YouTube. They told you specifically to stay off YouTube, making them videos, advertising. You say you're going to do what you want. You the only person that does that. Then you come into a community of brothers who trying to do things different than what you used to doing. See, you wouldn't understand what Samurai got going on. Because that's above your level. That's above your pay grade, big dog. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I want to say. Big salute, like I said before, going hard, Samurai, all my military brothers, track life, all them brothers. You know what I'm saying? But see, at the end of the day, this is what real dog man do. You know what I'm saying? Going hard. I understand and I heard what you said about the dog show. Understand that clearly, and I feel, exactly what you're saying. But at the end of the day, I gotta vouch for the brother Samurai. You know what I'm saying? That's a good brother. You know what I'm saying? He trying to do things the best way he can. Maybe it didn't work out. Maybe he thought he was picking the best pitches and he didn't. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the brother still ironing some kinks out on certain things. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I do know, and I'm not trying to cover for nobody, but one thing I do know, when you take videos and you take pictures, especially my brothers and sisters, when you have iPhones, when you have certain kind of Samsungs and different things, your photo look a certain way on your phone, but when I send it to you on your phone, it depends on what kind of phone you got. It don't look the same way on your phone. Especially videos and stuff. It don't look the same way. I tried doing it on Facebook. Sometimes you get the same look, sometimes you don't. Brothers just gotta master that art of shipping the pictures to that brother. You know what I'm saying? Shipping the pictures to that brother. And you know what I'm saying? Getting them to where he see the same thing you see. He see the same thing you see. You know what I'm saying? I think all y'all brothers doing right things with these dogs, except for a few. You got certain few that's trying to cause animosity. Like I say, Alpha Performance Canine. He don't deserve to be at least on the platforms with Going Hard. He don't deserve to be on a platform with Garcia and all them boys and Bach and them. None of them. Maybe Buck City. You know what I'm saying? Because he act like he can't understand sometimes. Sometimes he act like he got sense. Sometimes he act like he just don't understand. So that's why I got to explain it to the little boy. You know what I'm saying? Got to explain it to him. Sometimes you have to stay in your lane. This is not the dog community that you left when you was on, when 7-8 and them boys was on your channel when you was doing the wake and bake. It's not that dog era. Everybody that you disrespecting is doing more than you doing in the dogs. I done seen Going Hard them with the Malinois putting their work in, and they can do that with any dog. Done seen them, Brothers put work in. Samurai got Saki like he want them, and he still getting them even more like he want them. Brothers that you messing with and brothers that you calling names out and trying to start confusion amongst, doing things with dogs. And it's like you jealous. You know what I'm saying? Everybody doing something with dogs. You see, I posted 2 or 3 little training videos throughout the day. I get 30, 40, 50 views. And that's all cool. That's the same thing I was getting 3 years ago when I post them kind of videos. You know what I'm saying? Same thing I was getting then. That's why I tell you, it's a different kind of YouTube game right about now. But at the end of the day, dog, you got to step your game up. You can't be jealous and trying to start problems amongst folk. You're going to keep them little flunkies that you got rolling with you. But my brother Samurai, you got to see, how them brothers, they really not with you. That's down in that chat. They bounce back and forth, big dog. You know what I'm saying? And big unk, like I always tell you, I ain't going, when it come to real bulldogs, that's why I apologize to Garcia, because he a real bulldogger. I'm not taking no credit for myself, but he a real bulldogger. At the end of the day, he don't need to be in this argument. I'm arguing with somebody who never washed a dog, never put a dog in a keep, never weighed a dog. And if he did, he don't got no stories about it. Hold up, my brothers. Give me a second. My sisters, big shout out to all my folk in the UK, like I said. Give me a second. Let me go back into my memory real quick. And I'm just going to come off some humbug with a humbug story. I can't make this up. Can't make this up. Let me see, man. I had a dog. His name was Canadian Crippler. I called him Canadian Crippler. He was named after Chris Benoit. This was before he did all that crazy shit with the steroids. Canadian Crippler, because he's one of my favorite wrestlers. But he had a small back leg. You know what I'm saying? Red nose, ears clipped. That's the one I got from a man down there in Georgetown, GQ. You know, had his ears clipped or whatever. Legs. I don't know what he was. I believe he was some good stuff, but he's kind of weak. I still did him. That was a young brother in me. You know what I'm saying? Take him out there and did him. He wasn't one I could put that bread on, but I'm not saying what he would have produced because I really wasn't knowledgeable on the producing tip at that time. You know what I'm saying? I was really on the performing tip, you know. But yeah, I'm just giving you a story, old school, going back on it. See, that's more than what Buck City did. You know, you can't, y'all brothers, no matter what arguments we ever had in the past, and I'm going to name them off. You know, that's why I said the brother Pro name in there the other day going hard, and brothers and sisters down in the chat who don't know Pro. You know, Pro is a guy who, he had a nice show. He spoke good when it come to speaking, but he spoke on the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it, he spoke on the wrong things with not a lick of dog experience. Never touched a dog, weighed a dog, touched one, took care of one, but never weighed one, washed one, squared one, did none of that. But you speaking on all that type of stuff. You know, that's the type of person we dealing with when it comes to Buck. We can't help that you got them court people fooled. You don't got dog men fooled. You know what I'm saying? Right now you in a rock and a hard place, you know, because you want them to think you badass, and then you trying to pull the wool over our eyes, but you can't pull the wool over our eyes. You know what I'm saying? Then every 5 minutes you want to use, like I said before, Brother Boone, Garcia, and the rest of them brothers. We not falling for that trap no more. You know what I'm saying? The way you act, how you act like you possessed with just talking about me, you act like you lost your girl because of these dogs or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm noticing certain things about you and that dude, Supreme Excellence. You know what I'm saying? I noticed that he need a daddy, and you make him feel like a father. You know, and I'm noticing you got more anger built up inside you outside of these dogs. Either I done said something and your girl said, yeah, I'm right about it, or something like that. Because there's no way the shit that I say get a person that mad. You know, unless you know you didn't touch that squirrel, you didn't watch them dogs, you didn't do that keep. How you gonna be explaining the keep to a brother that you never even did a keep on? That's why I tell my brothers and sisters, this is what this whole thing is about. Sometimes brothers gotta stay in their place. You see, we can't help Buck City Kennels that you got busted by them people, as all of us did. But the thing about it, somehow or another, your shit went wrong because you can't talk about your old stories. My case over. I can talk about my old stuff. You know, Going Hard case over. He talks about his old stuff. Everybody case over. They talked about their old stuff, except for you, Mr. James L. McGivens, the brother who got thousands and thousands of petitions signed from across the country on him. You know, and you talking about brothers like Going Hard. You know, these brothers got dogs. I always argue against that sporting dog journal. I'm not even going to bring that up. You know what I'm saying? Not even going to bring that up. I did videos in the past where I say, F Going Hard, F Going Hard. Then I came back as a dog man. I came back and I said, man, I had to apologize to them boys. Them boys, I might not like what them boys said about me at the time or something like that. But, you know, them boys been out there. You know, I can't help they wasn't where I was at. You know what I'm saying? But they know some of the same people I know. And when I do my little research, man, listen here. And end of the day, dog, you know, we got to show and show and lead by example. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing my part on this end. I ain't letting nobody with no dog credentials. This motherfucker don't train dogs. Them people showed him with dogs in the hockey. So we know he don't keep them in adequate place in the area. You know what I'm saying? His selling game ain't right because he's selling brothers dogs that ain't off legitimate dogs. You know, fake this. Brothers try to stand up for you the best they can, but brothers tired of that, dog. When brothers start getting, when real dog men start getting themselves involved in stuff that they don't normally get involved with because of the fact that the matter is dealing with a brother with no experience. See, brothers like Buck City and Pro and Game Mag, what y'all should do is sit back, be the coolest brothers on the block. Get the interviews, be the coolest brothers. You have no experience to back you up for the talk that y'all want to talk. You know, No matter what you want to say about me, all I got to do to kill the whole conversation, talk about Sambo, talk about Little Country, talk about any of these dogs I had. Marino, JD Hall, any of them. Because I know you won't talk about yours. You know what I'm saying? Your dog game is 5 minutes long. Long enough for you to start asking about mine or the next brothers. You know, Buck City, you don't deserve, listen, dog, YouTube-wise, you don't deserve to be around 7, 8 them boys. You know, you don't deserve to be around them boys really YouTube-wise because you're not a hustler. You know what I'm saying? You're not a hustler, my brother. And dog man-wise, you don't deserve to be around none of us, my brother. I'm just going to be honest with you. You got people that got on there. I straight up played a YouTube video for my brothers and sisters before. Where them folks say the people on social media don't like you. You know, the people on social media, like they know you scum and bottom of the barrel. Even the judge them know to the dog community, you scum and bottom of the barrel. You know, you have no right to be around brothers like Garcia and them brothers like Bach and them brothers. Ram, I talk my shit to you, boy. My brother, you know that's just a southern slang when I say boy. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no disrespect on that end, you know. But, dog, when you ain't got no dog credentials, Ram, listen here, my brother, Ram, fuck all the other shit. You know, we can fight. You can think because I'm skinny, I can't scrap, but it ain't never been a problem about weight all my damn life. You know what I'm saying? And hey, Ram, I'll scrap with you, my brother, if we can shake hands and say at the end of the damn day, right is right and wrong is wrong. If you ain't been dirty, if you ain't never been dirty, got dirty, you ain't got no right in that conversation. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no right. You need to stick over there and stand on the bleachers. Tell them, Ram. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to like me, big dog. You know, we can slap the shit out of each other. But right is right and wrong is wrong. If you don't got no history to speak on, how you talking about any of these brothers? You know what I'm saying? When I say Ram, F Ram, F Ram, you know I get, Ram was telling a whole bunch of stories about his past life, about the dogs that he had, about the dogs that he been through. You know what I'm saying? About telling his past stories, about the dogs he had, about the dogs he been through. Every single dog man that been on this damn dog shows that's sticking up for Buck City told their stories. Buck City, we waiting on you, big dog. Hold up, man. Let me light this shit up real quick while we wait on this fool. He the only man left. You know what I'm saying? The only man left. Even Dark Society junkie ass told us about Hitman a little bit. That's all we got from him. You know what I'm saying? But we waiting on you, Buck City. Samurai got up there and told us stuff about his history, stuff about his past. This brother young. This brother done got years in the military. Listen here, man. That's my bro. You know? That's why I tell you at the end of the day, dog, I got big unc and I'm crazy nephew. Sometimes we get along, sometimes we don't. But at the end of the day, I'll be down. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to let you disrespect them boys when you ain't got a lick of experience. What they say Stephen A had? Average 1 point a game. I don't know how you average 1 point a game, you know. But damn, dog, we arguing about yellow dogs. We arguing about go hard. We arguing about did you know Victor much as you say you did? Did you actually take a picture with Mayday? Did you do this? Did you shoot these dogs up? Was Sambo a backyard champion? Did I pick him up? Listen here, man. I done told the good, the bad, and the ugly. I didn't have to get up here and tell y'all boys Sambo and Split Ears had Split Ears got the best of Sambo and I picked him up. I didn't have to tell y'all that at all. I could have made it all look good. But I'm a damn dog man. And I take the good with the bad, with the ugly. You know what I'm saying? Because I did that. Changed my life up like the rest of us dog men. The boys got the basement. Listen here, man. I know what going hard them do. Y'all think them boys just talk about dog fighting. Listen here, man. Them boys so far from that shit. You know what I'm saying? But when you did it and you've been down for it and you know you're not doing it now, you can talk about it. Them boys ain't never, I talk all the trash I want about going hard. They ain't never tell y'all boys to come buy a fighting dog from them. None of that type of stuff. They talk about old stories from the past. You know what I'm saying? And they, one thing about it, we all grown men. If you can't make the right decisions, that's not them boys' problem. That's not Samurai problem. That's not Pelican Bay problem. That's not Southern Triple J or Brother Fat Bill problem. That's your problem. Stay off them drugs y'all boys off of. Too much of that fentanyl out there already. You're not getting the real drugs anyway. Back in my days, if I bought a pill, an E-pill, it was an ecstasy pill. It wasn't no 25% ecstasy, 75% fentanyl. Y'all boys, that's why I told y'all on the last video. Your things ain't even working right to compete against the Bay. And I'm already talking about getting your woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I'm not trying to be violent. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I believe got Buck City so mad. Because I'm aiming for the women and I ain't trying to fight. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to fight. But at the end of the day, I just got to say certain things when it comes to certain things. I'm going to keep this thing rolling because I got a lot of news to give y'all today, man. A lot of news. And we're going to get back on to that dude, Buck City. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't deserve to be ruffling none of y'all boys, fellas. Samurai, you got too much going on over there. I got my shit going on over here. Going hard got what he going on. Everybody got their own thing going on. Buck City the only one jumping from channel to channel trying to take content, trying to down the next brother. But he don't know what it takes to do 5% of what Going Hard ever did in his life. You don't know what it takes to do 5% of what Pelican Bay did in his life. Neither Brother Samurai did in his life. We all been through different chapters. You don't know nothing about none of that shit, Buck City. All you know about is shooting dogs with pellet guns, like your neighbor said. Selling people small-ass dogs that been in the shit all damn day long. And 9 times out of 10, some of them had parvo. And the boy said, only good thing you got going is Michael Myers was a halfway all-right producer. But at the end of the day, that don't make up for your flaws. That don't make up for your flaws. Now, the thing is, this whole argument has nothing to do with your trouble that you've been in. Your trouble that you've been in is your trouble. But common sense would tell any brother that the trouble that you've been in, not to be in the positions that you is in right now. That's why I tell you don't understand what comes from my mouth when I tell you. I'm sitting on good over here. You know what I'm saying? However I got to make it the good way, the hard way. So when you come at me with the war, like I said, be ready. But you don't seem to understand, in the limelight is not the place for you to be at. A person in your stature going through what you've been through over the past 6 or 7 months. But you don't understand that. But you're going to understand today that we not that judge that you thought you was tough with. You know what I'm saying? We don't give a damn about that tough talk. Only them boys who follow you up and need daddies that be down there in your chat. You know what I'm saying? Only them boys. Like Top Dog. Top Dog need a daddy. He down in your chat. Your brother Jay, he need a daddy. He down there in your chat. Supreme Excellence need a daddy. He down there talking all the time. Them boys show. They show their actions when it comes to I need a daddy syndrome. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, man. It just is what it is. Some shit it's worth arguing about. And at the end of the day, my brothers, my dog brothers, from one channel to the next channel, sometimes you just got to sit back and say, hold up, brothers. Hold up. You had Alpha Performance come from way over here out of the blue, come to a channel. Why Alpha didn't go to Going Hard channel? going hard a fucking dog man. Why he didn't go to none of them other channels with that stuff? Grown ass men with their own mind. He figured he could go slip that shit on Buck City. You let that man play you, Buck City. A motherfucker not even from your community. When I say that, I don't mean color. I mean he wasn't fucking with you. But you showed us how much of a low life you is. You know, that's why I'ma stand on that shit until you make a change yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, everybody got to change. You know, you can't be a low life forever, big dog. You know, you just got to understand that them folk that you around, you should be privileged to be around, feel privileged to be in amongst these brothers that you calling names and making videos about 5-hour videos, and you ain't on their caliber, homie. It just is what it is, dog. It is what it is. Let's keep this news and this dog talk rolling. Now, something else I heard, when it comes to choosing size, I'm going to tell you like this here, man. PBK9s, you don't got to choose no size. That's crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to choose no size when it comes to me. I rock with all the dog channels. I just don't rock with ignorance. I speak my mind. I don't rock with ignorance with folk who never, did nothing. Same thing about it, man. At the end of the day, if you're going to get up there and get in the chat, that's what I always tell brothers and sisters. If you're going to get in that chat and you're going to down any brother, just be willing to come up there and speak on your dogs. It's not mandatory for no brother to get up there and speak about their dogs. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if you want to knock another brother or down another brother, be willing to talk about your stuff. You know what I'm saying? It just don't go like that where you can knock, and then don't talk. That's when it start looking like you got a hidden agenda. Like you got something else going on. And when it come to our dog community, Buck City, we already had our little dog community talk. It didn't involve nothing that you got going on. You trying to bring your heat and everything and all them folk that's watching you around to the brothers who doing their dog channels and make folk think these brothers got the same mentality you got when they don't, man. Brothers made mistakes in their lives and they change. You the only ignorant dumbass, that want to get on these channels and play the tough guy role. You know what I'm saying? Play the tough guy role. But see, my bro Samurai got a crazy ass bro over in Carolina, and my big uncle up there from the big O got a crazy ass bipolar nephew down here. They don't play no games, man. One thing about it, we might fight amongst each other, but I promise you this: we burn this bitch down, we get us pissed, and who I'm speaking about, the dog men across the world. And one thing about it, you ain't got no dog history and you abuse dogs. That's what I think about you. That's the way I feel about you. James L. McGivens. Listen, dog, we can get all kind of folk from across America. I hope these videos start getting the public attention to where I draw some attention to them folk that was coming to that court. You know what I'm saying? When I draw them, we bringing them in. Because see, this is the thing. We're going to teach you this. We're going to teach you the same way I said I'm going to teach Titan. Keep Pelican Bay name out of his mouth. We're going to teach you to respect certain people. We're going to teach you to keep your mouth closed when it's not necessary to open it. You know what I'm saying? And stay in your lane, my brother. Stay in your lane. When it comes to the pit bulls, you show that you was a fucked up, not necessarily breeder, but a fucked up dog owner. You know what I'm saying? You show that. You can't talk no trash to the bully breeders. You can't talk no trash to the pit bull breeders, to the German Shepherd, how you like to call it, the Malinois, none of them breeders. You got to prove to yourself and everybody else around you. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you got a lifetime ban on dogs. I know plenty of brothers with lifetime bans, but they ain't come from the things that yours came from. At the end of the day, you can't call a brother backyard. You can't call no brother's backyard when you have yet to even speak on your backyard experience. You see, how deep or will y'all brothers and sisters fall into a conversation with somebody when they ain't even told you shit about their life yet? Then ask yourself, how easy can an undercover come get your ass? You telling this motherfucker everything about you. He ain't told you nothing yet. And then wonder how easy, like I said before, can a DT or undercover anybody come get in your circle. When you straight trust somebody who can't even give you nothing. And then he gonna get up here and say, oh, I ain't gonna talk about it. I ain't gonna talk. Listen here, man. If them folks done convicted you of a crime and you are serious about changing your life, you know what I'm saying? I don't care what it is. From murder, drugs, or whatever. You know, if you trying to save folk and not trying to take folk, enslave folk, then you can help folk from keep from making the mistakes you made. If I robbed banks, yo, don't make these mistakes. I robbed banks. I went down for robbing banks. This is what I did when I robbed my bank. I went in there, I stuck that thing in there, did it like this, did it like that. But guess where my ass was at for the next 15 years? In that penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? The moral of the story is, if you don't want to be in here 15 years, don't rob this bank. You know what I'm saying? That's what my story would have been if I was a bank robber doing time or something or whatever, and I wanted to save brothers, and this was a bank robbing community. A community where we was talking and trying to save brothers. Not a bank robber community, but a community where we was trying to save brothers. You know what I'm saying? And talking about, listen, man, you know, it just is what it is. If you've been down for it, you know, why you gonna talk about mine if you can't talk about yours? It's something that smells really fishy about that, guys. You know, and that's what makes him real mad. That's what makes him mad. You know, I got just enough dog credentials where a brother may listen to what I got to say. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the day, I done been out there in them streets. I done know how that court system go. I done know all different type of things. And guess what I tell y'all brothers? And guess what I always tell my sisters down there and my sisters from UK, all my folk. Yo, do not commit no crimes, my brother. That ain't the cool thing to do. From day one since I start my channel, I always emphasized no crimes, my brothers. Now, to my brothers, because it ain't my sisters that's saying this, my brothers, only a few. Oh, he talking about open cases. He talking about open cases. Let's discuss that real quick, my brothers. You know, because we got some news, some dog bust. We got another dog bust. Excuse me. And I'm going to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? We got another dog bust, and I'm going to talk about it. You know? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My brothers, they say I speak on open cases. So let's explain this real quick, my brothers. Ignorance is as ignorant does. You know, let me explain this. I spoke on 2 out of all these hundreds and hundreds of videos I do. I spoke on 2 open cases. And I know who them open cases was. You know, Brother Thaxton, who got a whole bunch of time, who did less than what Buck City did. I spoke on his case because I felt like, you know, brothers was saying in the community that he was getting railroaded. You know, and I spoke on a brother from my side of town, you know, that got knocked off with the dogs that wasn't doing nothing with his dogs. 2 cases out of hundreds and hundreds of videos. But the first thing they yell out is, I speak on open cases. Nah, I speak on cases before they even get them warrants down there to the jailhouse. You know, you got 72 hours before they bring it. A lot of times I'm getting it 2 or 3 hours after, 15 hours after it happened, 10 hours after it happened. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even brought the warrants to you yet. And I'm giving you that news. You know what I'm saying? Giving you that news. Hey, it just is what it is, big homies. And I got something for you today, my brothers. I tell you, this gonna be a classic video right here. You know what I'm saying? We getting rid of and the brothers who start animosity, don't even for one, they don't got no dogs 2024 to represent with. Alright, they represent with other people dogs. You know what I'm saying? 2, they don't got no history to talk about discredited nobody else. You know what I'm saying? But we got a whole lot of trying to start problems. You know, at the end of the day, you know, like I said, you ain't on none of them Shogun boys levels. You know what I'm saying? None of them brothers. You know, none of them. Soul Power. None of them brothers. M1. Samurai. You know, none of them brothers. Like, you don't fit in with them boys at all. You don't know how to be legal. You don't know how to be legitimate. You was an asshole. You know, only assholes get in front of the judge and say, I'm going to keep doing what I want to do. You can't stop me. Only an asshole will do that, you know. And that's another, we learn, see, that's what this channel for. We do lessons on this channel. Lesson number 1. If you feel like you're going to go back to selling your little drugs you selling, go back to selling your dogs you selling, go back to selling whatever you was selling that got you in the place that you in front of that judge, please do not tell him that you're going to do what you want to do. I promise you, you will not last long. You know, you will not last long. And that just is what it is. You don't believe it? Try it. You know, try it. Now, at the end of the day, man, you just got to keep it real with yourself. You know, for now on, when we start arguments with these brothers, let's start it off by talking about our history, talking about what dogs you had. You know, what's what, because we got to keep brothers in their place. Now, with a quick commercial, if you want to keep them fleas down during the summer, best thing to do, like the brother said last week, start on them fleas real early. Get started on your yard real early. Then Seresto collar is what I use. The Seresto dog tick and flea collar. You know, 8 months. Once you use it, it's good for 8 months. I found that it worked for me. Long as I start my collar before I get. You can't have no epidemic of fleas on the ground and an epidemic of fleas on the dog and go throw the collar on the dog and don't have all the ground cleaned up. You know, it's not gonna work like that. You know what I'm saying? But the Seresto collars do work, and they work good, at least in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Y'all check it out. You can find them on Amazon. You can find them all across the Google, all across the web. Seresto, dog, flea, and tick collars. You know, but back to the dog talk and the dog news. You know what I'm saying? Back to the dog talk and the dog news. Now, it all boils down to you can't be mad because folks saying you didn't do what they did. You know what I'm saying? You can't be mad because you lied for so many years and now this is a different kind of dog community out here in this YouTube world. And when you start trying to step on people, you don't understand, you better have your things correct. That's all it boils down to, man. All it boils down to. You know, the same way Pro was mad because Going Hard exposed him because he didn't have, we all thought Pro knew about dogs. But Going Hard did us a favor and told us that he didn't know a damn thing about them. We was like, what? What? Now we about to get into that little bit of that news real quick. I want to ask y'all brother something. You know, City Boy Kennels, Mr. 216, Big Logic. Let me ask y'all brothers, man. Y'all look at y'all surveillance. I mean, matter of fact, y'all wake up the next morning wake up, go outside and your car ripped up. You look at your surveillance, see what happened in your car. You see 2 dogs, pit bulls, ripping your car apart. Ripping your car apart overnight. You know what I'm saying? A cat ran up in your car. Dogs were chasing the cat. Cat ran up under your car. Dogs decided they was going to rip your car apart to get to that cat. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to my brothers and sisters down in that chat. You know what I'm saying? Dogs going to rip your car apart. This next news article, PBK9's giving it to you the way I always do. You know what I'm saying? Dogs rip a car apart. Y'all check it out, man. Tell me what y'all think. We'll talk a little bit about it. I got a whole lot more news, like I say, dog fighting busts that we going to talk about. If it was up to them boys, you wouldn't hear it. It ain't up to them, though. It's up to the Bay. Y'all check it out.
Crazy video from North Florida. A car right here destroyed in Jacksonville. The owner was confused and thought maybe some kids attacked it until She checked her security footage and saw this. So those are two pit bulls attacking the car, presumably going after a cat that was under the car. The cat is okay, but the car, not so much. Racked up an estimated $3,000 worth of damages, and this is just the beginning of the story.
And if they can do that to metal on a car, they tear a human being up. Don't let them be out running the streets, you know, during the middle of the night.
Well, get this, neighbors don't know whose dogs those are, and local animal control officials have not responded to their complaints about the dogs. So at this point, nobody's stepping up to pay for the damage to that woman's car, and the dogs are still on the loose tonight.
Now, what would y'all brothers and sisters do out there, man? You wake up the next morning, and that's what your car look like. Now, what I will say, because I'm going to make 2 points out this video, you know, make 2 points. Y'all see something as well as I did if you paid attention to it. More dogs classified as pit bulls, and they look like they was maybe bully breed dogs or XLs or something like that, you know. But it was classified as pit bulls. And I always tell my brothers and my sisters, when these dogs get in pairs, when they get in threes, when they get in fours, that's not the same dog that you had when it was by himself. Them dogs get mischievous. Them dogs start doing things that you wouldn't normally see them do. So be very careful when you start pairing them off, threeing them off, put them in fours, fives, and having them in them big groups. They start acting like a pack of wolves. You know, they really do. I'm not just saying that. You know what I'm saying? Not just saying that. So let's get into this next news clipping, man. I'm going to give it to you like I told y'all. That's going to be a PBK classic. You know, a PBK classic. Next news, we got a man that shoots a dog that comes on his property, which any of my brothers and sisters probably do the same thing. The man said he was attacking a child. But the thing is, it took a little bit of investigating, and then they said they found out that it didn't happen the way he said it happened. You know what I'm saying? So they charged the guy. You know, they charged him with killing the dog because the dog ran to the yard and ended up dying. So they charged him with that. But y'all check this video out. You know what I'm saying? And it just is what it is, man. Give y'all opinion on it. Drop it down in the chat. Big salute to my brothers and sisters in the chat. Y'all don't forget to hit that like button up. You know what I'm saying? Big salute. Big shout out. Dogman TV and J Bo. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out. Big shout out. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man. Y'all check this news article out. Man shoots dog for coming on his property.
And killing a dog who ran onto his property is now facing a felony animal cruelty charge.
The sheriff is now warning others what to do if a pet gets loose and too close. News 6's Molly Reed explains how it all happened.
This actually happened back on November 5th, but there was a lot of evidence to go through. The sheriff's office here actually gave us some of the video to show you the parts that aren't too graphic, as the sheriff here walked us through exactly what happened and why it took a while to charge the man. It's what happened over the last 5 months.
Well, we've worked the investigation in late November of last year, and then we sent it to the state attorney's office. We felt it was a good case and that charges were appropriate. And it just took the state attorney's office a while to get through, you know, all their cases.
Sheriff Rick Staley says the investigation started in November when the dog went onto John Thames' property in the Hunters Ridge area near the Flagler and Volusia border. He says Thames told deputies the dog was acting aggressive towards children on his property, so he shot her.
There's no way, in our opinion, that he could be defending himself or any member of his family.
This video was one of their key pieces of evidence. You can't see the shooting, but a single gunshot can be heard. Then another angle shows the dog running off their property and whimpering, then getting stuck under the fence trying to get back to its home, where the owner later found her dead.
My dog got shot.
The sheriff says they had never received a complaint about this animal before.
If you have a dispute with a neighbor over their animals, their pets, call law enforcement, call animal services before it spirals out of control.
Now that investigators and a state attorney's office were able to wrap up their investigations, they have charged Thames with third-degree felony animal cruelty. He was arrested this week and is already back out on bond. In Flagler County, I'm Molly Reed getting results, News 6.
Big salute, big shout out to my brother Dickie Foster, my brother Samurai Kennel. You know, hey Dickie, I caught old Sir Kennel slipping today. You know, Samurai was about to go live, and he was up in the chat early. You know, hold on, let me let y'all check this out real quick so you know what I'm talking about, Dickie. Yeah, I caught Sir Kennel's lacking. I caught him slipping by himself. I started to jump in that chat and wear him out. I started to jump in the chat and break him down. He was all by himself. Wasn't no Buck sitting around. Wasn't nobody else around. You know what I'm saying? Just the four y'all boys. You know what I'm saying? And I know Dickie was just going to sit back and watch. You know, big salute to all my brothers and sisters out there. One thing about it, we don't make our people pick and choose. We just get that dog news. If they like it, they like it. They don't, they don't. You know what I'm saying? We don't make our people pick and choose. You know, and like I said, I caught old Sir Kennel slipping, but in respect of Brother Samurai chat, I didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do it. I let him slide. Caught him in there with nobody else to back him up. With nobody in there else to back him up. But it's all good, man. It's all good. Now, what I want y'all to look at real quick is this is a picture I'm about to show y'all, but it comes from a video article of the Raw Bull Bus on YouTube, right? This is what I want to show y'all. You got the Raw Bull Bus on YouTube, and it's from ABC News or something like that. And I want y'all to look at all the comments up under. And I want to see where all y'all supporters at that be up under my comments. Let me show y'all these comments up under the dogfighting video, which got more views than Pelican Bay video. But let me see with one of y'all. I don't see one of y'all that showed up in these comments. Now that's just several of the comments from the Raw Bull Bus. You know, that just shows y'all, y'all not for somebody. You just looking like and want to be tough on Facebook and YouTube and all this other stuff. You're not really for somebody because go comment up under and ask some news people why they commenting and making the comments they making and why they posting about people with dogs. You know, you won't do it. You ain't got the heart to do it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got the heart to do it. Only thing you got the heart to do is tear your own brothers down. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like I said, man, we gonna keep that news going, keep that stuff going. Big salute to and shout out to the new subscribers. You know, I seen a few of y'all brothers and sisters in the chat the other night that just joined. Big salute to you, man. Big shout out to you. You know, let's keep this news going. Let's keep this news going. You know. Now, we're going to talk about a canine dog real quick because we're going to get into that dog fighting bus. We're going to talk about a canine dog who was rescued. Yeah, you heard me say it right. Rescued You know, some things went on, and they sent the dog after the man. The man was, you know, he was in the water, and he took the dog down with him. He took the dog under the water, tried to drown the dog. You know, they rescued the dog and got her back right or whatever. So this is the story from that. This is the video from that. And remember why I do it, my brothers who don't know why I do it. I give my brothers and sisters the news. It don't always be about pit bulls. It don't always be about bad stuff. Sometimes it's good, you know. But it just rubs some of y'all the wrong way just to watch the news. It's all good, you know. It's all good. I'm going to keep giving it to you. You know what I'm saying? Keep giving it to you. Police dog almost drowns. Y'all check it out. PBK9s. Let's get into it.
I've never had anything like this before. I have used her in the past, but it's never came down to something like this.
A canine with the Steuben County Sheriff's Department recovering after a suspect attempted to drown her. Happened on Monday when deputies responded to reports of trespassing. Wayne 15's Marcus Truccio met the canine and gives us an update on how she's doing. Marcus.
Dirk, as you just heard, this is something the department has never seen before. Deputies responded to a private property in Scott Township on Monday. When they arrived, the man and woman were being confronted by the property owner, but as officers approached, the duo began to run away. The woman, Holly Richter of Fremont, surrendered, but the man, Skylar Robertson, ran toward a creek. The police canine named Clara bit him, and then Robertson is accused of grabbing the dog's collar and forcing her head underwater.
I was kind of taken back watching the entire incident unfold right there in front of me. So once I got her back to the car and realized that she was going to be okay, I let the state police and the rest of my shift partners here at the sheriff's office take care of everything from there while I focused on her.
Robertson has been charged with resisting law enforcement and a felony count of interfering or striking a law enforcement animal. Corporal Todd Johnson, Clara's handler, says the canine was taken to the vet and is now on antibiotics because there was water in both of her lungs. Clara is 5 years old and Johnson has been working with her since she was just 1. She has been off of work since the incident, but will return Friday as she's expected to make a full recovery. Johnson says in her days off, she has been busy, but just being a normal dog. The department says they've received goodie bags and treats from several different states in an effort to show support for Clara. Marcus Truccio, Wayne 15 News.
Now that was crazy, but let's get into this dog fighting bus. You know, we got 2 dog fighting busts. Matter of fact, got 2 dog fighting busts. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get into the first one because the second one going to be a long talked about issue. You know what I'm saying? Let me get into the first one. I think we got 30 or 40 dogs seized. Upstate New Hampshire, something like that. One of them states up there. You know what I'm saying? Dog fighting bus. Why do it? Hey, like I said, I give y'all that news. They talk about open cases. That motherfucker ain't even made bond yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving y'all that news. He may have made bond. He may have made bond on this case I'm giving you right now. You know, but they talking about open cases. Y'all better get y'all facts straight, man. Don't get mad because you can't do it like the Bay. You know, these brothers and sisters watching this channel, they're waiting on this news. Let me stop talking. Let me give it to you, man. Dog fighting bus up north, 30 or 40 some dogs. Let's get into it.
The Delaware County Dog Shelter removed 40 dogs from a property after a video showing their living conditions went viral. The dogs were found at a residence on Kilbourne Road in Sunbury. Most of them are believed to be pit bulls or pit bull mixes. Officials say the owner of that property was not home when the dogs were removed. No charges have been filed at this point, but that could likely change as the investigation continues. Court records show the property owner was charged with animal cruelty in North Carolina in 2012. The rescued dogs are now in the care of the Delaware County Dog Shelter and the county's Humane Society. The dog warden, Mitchell Garrett, will hold a press conference tomorrow morning to provide an update.
Now, that may be something somebody wanted to know or something somebody needed to know, you know what I'm saying, to get them going on the right path. You know, but we got another video from that same incident. So I'm going to go ahead and get back into that second video. Same incident, same scenario, and then we're going to get into that other dog fighting bust. I want to say that may be in Indiana. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to give it to you. PBK9s, I'm going to give it to you. You listen to it. You're going to have to listen to it to figure out where it's from. I'm going to make you listen to it. You know, but here go that second video from the same one from up north. so you can get more of a picture of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? PBK9s.
A Delaware County man could soon be facing charges after 40 dogs were seized from his property over the weekend.
Now, the dog warden is addressing the media for the first time since a video went viral on social media. NBC4's Jackie Gillis joins us now. Jackie, the warden says this owner has been on his radar since 2020. So why is that?
Yeah, Carrie and Colleen, Mitchell Garrett, the dog warden, says he's received multiple reports about animal care conditions. At the shelter's first visit to the property, they observed 6 dogs outside. Reports kept coming in, but after the 9th visit to the property, the man's attorney said any future conversations would need a court order, which Mitchell got on Friday.
We have veterinary staff looking over each one of them, giving the proper medications, the vaccines, taking care of any of the injuries that might be there.
The dogs, believed to be pit bulls and pit bull mixes, were rescued from a property on Kilbourne Road Sunday afternoon.
The dogs were all living outside, as you've seen in the pictures. We had a lot of rain recently, so everything was wet. There was just mud and water everywhere.
Despite rumors circulating online, Garrett says there was no evidence of dog fighting. Right now, all 40 dogs are being cared for. He says it doesn't appear that any of them are underweight.
We were looking at a lot of 30 to 35 pound dogs that should probably be about 40 pounds. So while they weren't being, up there, they weren't, down in the dumps.
Mercy Dopp, the founder and director of Rico Pet Recovery, says it helped with the recovery efforts. They're coordinating with Garrett to make sure the dogs have everything they need.
There was really no place for them to go or lay down that wasn't in a cold puddle of water. How long has that been going on, right? It's that's the sad part. The happy part is that they're not there anymore.
Garrett couldn't comment on specifics due to the ongoing investigation, but he says the prosecutor intends to file charges, and they're working to figure out exactly what those charges will be.
Now, let's get into this next dog bust, because it's something I want to talk about. I'm going to give this dog bust, and it's in computer voice. Excuse me. It's in computer voice. But what happened was the brother and this girl started fighting. He slapped the shit out of her. He slapped her. She called the man. When she called the man, what she did was, Mr. Man, yeah, he fight dogs. Yeah, he used this for that. He used this for that. He take me there. He take me here. We go this to do this. We take that medicine and shoot him up for this. He go to the books. He go to records. He go this. He go that. You know what I'm saying? She laid the law down on what she knew to them people about his dog, whatever that was. So they locked him up for domestic violence or whatever. Now they locked him up for dog fighting and took his dogs. You know what I'm saying? And that just goes back to putting everybody in your business. You know what I'm saying? We talking about back in them days, mob shit. When I say mob shit, that involves, back in the days, mob stuff would involve the M word. I'm trying to make sure I work on my monetization stuff. The M word, you know what I'm saying? The K word, You don't involve your old lady with that type of activities. The less you tell her, the less she can tell on you if they get her and put pressure on her. That's why you don't tell your lady nothing about your dope game back in my days. You know what I'm saying? Because if they go snatch her up, they can't get no info from her because she don't know nothing. When you want to be one of them brothers that tell everything, now they done snatched her up. No, don't get mad at her because she tell, because you already knew that was going to happen. And for y'all girls that like to play tough, your only tough is them folk let you be. Especially when you got kids. Them folks start talking about taking them away. All that tough shit that you was talking about going out the window. When them folks start telling you can't see them no more, and you ain't been in jail but one day, all that other stuff start going out the window. So why tell her that stuff? That back in the days, that was just something you and the fellas wanted to go do. At least with some, you got dog women, who get dirty like that with the brothers back then. But still, that was something the fellas want to go to do relax. You gonna learn. PBK9s, check this video out. Computer voice. But you listen to it and listen to it good. Slap this old lady up. End up from one little simple problem to a boatload of shit. Y'all check it out.
Fort Wayne, Ind. Wayne, a Fort Wayne man's stint of training pit bulls to fight, some of which were puppies, ended after an argument with his girlfriend allegedly turned physical, according to Allen Superior Court documents. Joe Darrell McBride Jr., 32, faces 6 counts of purchasing or possessing an animal for fighting, all level 6 felonies. He was also faces a charge of possession of animal fighting paraphernalia. On February 18th, a woman called 911 saying she wanted to surrender 8 pit bulls. When Fort Wayne Police and Fort Wayne Animal Care and Control, FWACC, officers arrived, the woman said the man who lived with her had punched her in the mouth that night and then drove off from their home. That man, identified as McBride, had been training the dogs to fight, according to court documents. The woman led officers to the garage, where there was a harness hanging from a bicycle, a makeshift spring pole, and treadmills, according to court documents. The woman also said she'd seen some books related to dog fighting, like one on American Pit Bull Terriers, and another that had a detailed description on the cover, classic matches and historical battles from game pit dogs. The woman said the dogs' names were Daisy, Princess, Debo, Eve, Caddis, Ray, Queen and Ruthless. Investigators later learned their ages ranged from 3 months to 2 years old. While 8 dogs were found, the woman claimed there had been others at one time. According to court documents, the woman showed officers a photo of another dog that had died after a fight in Ohio. She went on to tell officers in court documents McBride would normally medicate the dogs and take them to Michigan, Ohio and Atlanta for fights. According to court documents, an official with FWACC identified a slew of medications found in the home, including dewormer for goats, prescription antibiotic injections only meant to be used for cattle and swine, muscle-up supplements for horses, injectable penicillin and corticosteroids, prescription antibiotics, and several other kinds of medication like testosterone used as an anabolic steroid. According to court documents detailing the initial domestic violence report that led the woman to tell authorities about the dogs, McBride showed back up at the home just before 2 a.m. and was arrested on a misdemeanor domestic battery charge. On February 21st, McBride called FWACC and told them he was breeding the dogs, that all the equipment in the garage was just for training, and that altercations happen and that is natural according to court documents. When the FWACC official asked McBride about the treadmills, he said in court documents that he put the dogs on the treadmills to burn out their crazy so they wouldn't destroy his house. A doctor examined all the dogs and determined 6 of the dogs' injuries pointed to a history of organized dog fighting, according to court documents. Sadly, on March 5th, 7 of the pit bulls were humanely euthanized after being evaluated. It was found that these dogs could not be placed due to aggression resulting from a dog fighting case and were heavily scarred, court documents said. The 8th pit bull, however, was able to be nursed back to health and has since been adopted. A warrant was issued Wednesday for McBride's arrest.
See, sometimes it's about if you love your old lady or not. Because like I said, why put her in a situation? A lot of y'all brothers, you want to brag about the illegal stuff and talk about all the illegal stuff you go do. And you think that make you look big in front of your girl. You know, you want to look like somebody. This is like back in when I, in the game. You want to look like somebody. You want to act like that's how brothers do now. You want to be something you not. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, you tell the wrong stuff. You put her in a situation because she's the easiest person. Listen, when them folk get a woman who got a boyfriend, they hoping she got kids. They hoping she got kids. If she got kids, that's a wrap. You can't get mad at her. You know what I'm saying? You can only be mad at yourself. The same way these bulldoggers can only be mad at themselves. You know what I'm saying? Only. And this article that just went off, they straight up told you to your face. Pelican Bay not telling you this. They told you this, but I'm just explaining it to you, not in the computer voice. You know what I'm saying? Slap your old lady And you told your old lady all that shit. So what she thinking? What you thinking? Oh, I got something for his ass now. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling how long you beat her. Ain't no telling what you beat her for. You know they say it ain't nothing, no reason to hit a woman for at all. You know what I'm saying? But we all know that women know how to push buttons. But you got to keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? If you know it's a chance you and your girl may break up for a day or two, why you gonna tell her about all them robberies you went and did? All them bank robberies you went and did? You know what I'm saying? Yo, listen here. Let her find out about that when y'all 40 years in the relationship, 50 years in y'all relationship. Let her find out about that when y'all sitting on the porch, old and gray, eating watermelon, and y'all just talking. And you just want to talk about some dumb junk. You know what I'm saying? Let her find out about it then. You know, but other than that, like, a lot of y'all brothers put yourself in certain situations. Now, with this situation, like I say, I'm not here to pass innocence or guilt. I don't know what happened and what made that brother do what he did. And I can't say he wrong for what he did because I don't know what he did for what he did. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing I know that he is wrong for doing is telling this girl all his damn business. You know what I'm saying? Telling her all his business. He had to really hurt the girl, not by the hand, but what he did to start the whole argument from the start. That had to hurt the girl. That shit on the face, that didn't make her tell the police on him. Whatever he did to get that slap to her is what she told for. You know what I'm saying? She was hurt. The girl was hurt in order to go tell all his business like that to them folk. You know? And you got to understand, as men, we may do things in a relationship that may hurt our women, that we may call mistakes. You know, I done did things in the past, all kind of stuff. Everybody did stuff before, you know? But when you hurt that girl, you better be ready. Like R. Kelly told you, ain't nothing like a woman that's fed up, boy. And when you better not have no illegal shit that she can throw on your ass. Because look, now that she ain't mad, big dog, she gonna take the charges back, say she was lying. You know what I'm saying? You know? That's how girls do when y'all get in domestic disputes and domestic stuff with their boyfriends. But the thing about it, when you tell crimes and they go tell the police crimes, you can't take that back. You know what I'm saying? You can take all that. Oh, they gonna drop the domestic dispute now. That's getting dropped. She ain't gotta plead. She ain't gotta come to court no more. You know what I'm saying? Hey, matter of fact, they gonna press her. You know what I'm saying? If she don't come to court, if she don't come testify about them dogs like she did, then they gonna put the pressure on them. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. But the whole moral of the story is, don't put your old lady in that situation if you love her. You know what I'm saying? It's a million things for you to talk to your old lady about outside of dog fighting, outside of something illegal. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you gotta think about it the same way. If you just went out there and blew somebody's brains out, you will come straight home and tell your old lady? I mean, some of y'all probably would. And knowing she gonna call her damn girlfriend, or knowing they gonna call them. So, you know, like I said, man, folk get what they get. And this video, I'm giving y'all brothers, like I said, a PBK classic. Something they can't duplicate, my brothers. I gotta say it again. Big salute to Samurai. Big salute to Going Hard. Big salute to Fat Bill. Big salute to Southern Triple J. Big salute to Samurai Kennel and the whole Shogun crew. You know what I'm saying? From one to the next, from top to the bottom. The little Shoguns. You know what I'm saying? The brothers who having babies out there that's part of the Shogun crew, the little ones. You know, I'm gonna have a little PBK in a minute. Especially these boys keep messing with me. Woo-hoo! Some little PBK niners. Oh, boy, look here, boy. I'm gonna have some little PBK niners. Yes, I am, my brothers and sisters. It is what it is, though. It is what it is. You know, I hope y'all brothers and sisters like the content that y'all be getting for my new subscribers. You know, we take it to different levels. It just depends on how we got to take it. You know, today we had to talk about a brother not having the credentials to speak on things that he's speaking on and not having the credentials to be amongst the people that he's around. You know, you got brothers who trying to do the right things that did fuck up in the past, trying to do the right things. And they don't need to be around that type of atmosphere. They don't need to be around that type of vibe. They don't need to be around that type of person. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, whether it's social media or what. You know, sometimes a bad look is just a bad look. You know, you either got to be real with yourself and talk your own stories, or like we said, man, stay in your place, stay in your position. It just is what it is, man. Got to call it how we see it, you know. Call it how we see it. I clear boy, if I'd have caught Sir Kennels anywhere but Samurai Channel, I would have whipped them in that damn chat. You know, we talking about 30 minutes before the show start. Boy, I'd have whipped you in there. I'd have gave Dickie Foster a show, big dog. Big Dickie, I'd have gave you a show up in there, boy. I had them just y'all, you and Michael Schrader. Boy, I was going to get on his ass. I was going to make him run, dog. I was going to make him jump the box. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, though. You know, it is what it is. That's one thing about them boys when they come in groups. When you catch them one by one, it ain't the same. It ain't the same energy. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the same energy. Trying to see if I got some more news up here before I get up out of here for y'all brothers and sisters, man. I got something up here, you know. Salute to the brothers that won the dog show, the sisters that won in the dog show. That's going to be winning and realizing they winning over the next day or so. You know, big salute to y'all brothers out there. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said, like I said at the beginning of the video, man, going hard. You know, I know y'all may have had some words with them brothers, and I'm not the one to try to get up here and be the peacemaker. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking the real. Samurai, my brother, y'all big up. You know, Samurai doing this thing. You know what I'm saying? I took my dogs out the show, but it wasn't because of no cheating stuff or nothing like that. It was because of the little shit me and M1 had going on, little bullshit or whatever. But at the end of the day, the brother Samurai got some good things going on when it comes to that show. You know what I'm saying? Help him iron out the things that need to be ironed out if something need to be ironed out. You know what I'm saying? That's one brother that we got to hit on the back street when it comes to something that he may have, something that he may have messed up on when it comes to that dog show. You know, we can't try to shine on him, you know, if he make a mistake when it comes to that, because the brother trying to get the thing right. You know, things are better than it was the last show. Every show gets better and better. You know what I'm saying? And two brothers like y'all can help each other. You know what I'm saying? We can't let a dude like that dude, that other dude, you know what I'm saying, with, you know, a fly-by-night dog man, a dog fancier. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to be a dog fancier, but stay in your lane, stay in your league. You with the players right now, man. We all had playing time. We started, big dog. You know what I'm saying? You talking to dudes who play wide receiver, running back, quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Garcia was coming through fullback. Going hard was playing tailback and halfback. You know what I'm saying? Barking them boys, quarterback, wide receiver, linebacker, around, defensive tackle. Everybody started. We played, dog. We got time in. You know what I'm saying? Some of us brothers got CTE, crazy as hell, but we got time in, my brother. You out of place, fam. Go over there with Pro and Game Mag. Start y'all a channel. You know what I'm saying? You and Pro. Comedy Hour. The hour of no power. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. You know? Is what it is. Gotta call it how you see it. Call it how I see it. Big salute to my brothers and sisters down there. Big salute to y'all, man. Y'all hit that like button up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. You know? I just had to come, and I had to come hard today. You know what I'm saying? Because of the simple fact of the matter is, you're getting out of place, dog. For one, you get out of place with older brothers, the same way I did with Garcia. But like I said before, at the end of the day, me and Brother Garcia can sit down and have us a nice dog-to-dog conversation. We'll sit there and argue. without calling each other names. We would argue back and forth about old school, what's his name? Big Red and Bo. Big Red and Bo. We'll go back and forth. And we'll drink a couple beers. And guess what? Everything we talk about from history, nothing now. And guess what? You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you're mad about. That's why you're talking about brothers who, like I said before, you're not 5% of these dudes, man. You're not 5% of none of these brothers. That's why I told y'all before. When Garcia leaves, when Bach leave, and 7-8 doing his sports thing over there, man, them boys, hey, listen here, man. All them boys hustlers, doing their thing their way. You know what I'm saying? Garcia's channel already doing numbers. He don't need that. You know what I'm saying? He don't need it. One thing, like I tell you, this is what these boys will do. They'll get these brothers up here, these old school brothers that made names for themselves. They'll get them up here on their channel, talking about good stuff, and then they'll switch and start talking about somebody in the middle while these brothers hanging out. Switch and start talking about so-and-so while you got so-and-so up in the panel. You know what I'm saying? That, like, the brother's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. You know? One time for Chico Lopez, man. Straight scum, man. When I'm saying straight scum, I'm talking about one person right now. You know? One person. I'm not talking about them other brothers, because a lot of them followers. Thing this brother should have did was sit back and watch and learn. You know what I'm saying? Don't hate. You know what I'm saying? Get in here and congratulate brothers. You know? Because a lot of brothers probably could have made it easy for you to do your thing on these videos. You know? But when you come out here sticking your chest out and you ain't got no hair on your damn chest, you know, no scratches, no war wounds. You know what I'm saying? No war wounds. How you gonna argue with us, big dog? Plain out and simple. That's all. I mean, it just is what it is. Is what it is. You ain't on none of that. Dog, listen here. Samurai out train a dog around you 50 times. You know what I'm saying? His dogs look 80 times better than your dogs. The brother ain't got to argue with you. You know, I don't got to argue with you. Go on, I don't got to argue with you. You know, we royalty don't got to argue with you. Man, you talking about brothers who do shit with their dogs and going hard. Then started him a channel and he got him a following just talking crazy shit. And guess what? He can do it because he did that. It's two of them boys at that. Two of them. Both of them crazy. And they got a bipolar nephew down here. Like I said before, they might talk shit about me tomorrow. You know, but today, you gotta watch your mouth, big homie. PBK9s, y'all stay safe, y'all stay legal, and y'all know where y'all got that news from. Y'all know where y'all got it from. Y'all know where y'all gonna only get it from. I'm out. How these police pulling you over and doing first false alerts. The dog not even smelling nothing. You don't know what the dog doing when he alert. Only the police know what the alert look like. If Marino alert to something, you don't know what the alert look like. I know what the alert look like. So for me to tell you that's a alert, my dog alerted, you don't know what I'm talking about. I can tell you my dog alerted and my dog ain't alert to nothing at all. But I'm about to show you how that go real quick. All right, folks. We ain't worrying about, I'm about to go put the bud in my pocket. Who said? Like, all right, I got the bud in my pocket. Just say, for instance, you got pulled over on the side of the road. Now, this is what's about to happen. I'll see. Zoop, 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 zoop. Yes, yes. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Sir, can you get out the car? Let me search this. My dog just alerted to some type of illegal narcotics in your car. And that's where it's going down at. Dog, it ain't no weed over there, period. But he just an active dog. You don't know what an alert look like. So for me to tell you my dog alerted, it's just talking jibber jabber to you. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Push. Front. 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 All right, we're going to do it one more time. False alert. So you get pulled over, you tell the police that that dog didn't alert to nothing. Every dog don't be alerting to nothing. This is a quick way to search your car. All right, Plot. Bud in my pocket. No bud on the boxes, period. False alert. Get your car searched. It's about to go down. I see. Zoop, 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 zoop. Yes. Zoop. Yes. Good boy. Yes. Zoom. 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 Good boy. Zip. 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 What just happened there? Marino didn't alert to nothing because he didn't smell anything. So, you know what I'm saying? That dog, just now he didn't alert to anything. So I could have made up some bull jive. Hey, place. Reno. Hot dish. I could have made up some bull jive and just said he alerted and now we're getting searched. Just by the presence of the dog being on the side of the road, it's automatically gonna get you searched because you don't know what the alert is. You don't know if the alert is a ear twig, a ear move, or a dog sit down, or the dog scratch, or the dog bark, or you don't know what the alert is. Only the handler don't know what the alert is. Reno. So when they say they alerted to something and you know you don't got nothing in that car, then you stand up for what you believe in. But if you do, you better get the hell up out of there. All right, I'm about to bring Marino. My car, just imagine my car pulled over on the side of the road. I'm about to show you a false alert. False alert. Get your whole car searched. This dog could be dumber than all hill out beans. But once the drunk dog hit the scene, you might as well say your car is searched. Because you don't know, like I said before, you don't know what's a hit. Let's go. Let's go. Zoop, 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 zoop. Yes, yes, zoop, yes, zoop, zoop. Hot dish. Yes, good boy. Can I search your car? Can I search your car? All right. Hey, the dog sat to the rear of the car. Dog sat to the rear of the car, so it must be some drugs at the rear of the car. But actually, the dog sat to the rear of the car because I gave him to sit in Dutch command, which you didn't understand what I said, but the dog did. He sat right there by the rear tire. Now we about to search your whole car, whether you got something or not. You know what I'm saying? We about to put your family on the side of the road. We don't care. The dog alerted to say you had some drugs in the car. So you got drugs in the car. Hey, let's try it again. Hey, zoop, 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 zoop. I see. Check it out. My dog found this in the yard today. Well, not today, but about a week ago. Now this is a hip bone. Now, what I'm trying to figure out, and I want to ask y'all is, what kind of hip bone you think this is? It's either a dog hip bone or a human hip bone. It's too big to be anything else. That's the inside of it. So it's too big to be anything else. I mean, and what? I can stand up and be like, hey. So I don't know. I ain't seen no hole my dog dug up any of my old dogs that I buried in the past in the yard. Maybe this could have been one of their hip bones, but that would have had to been from them like the 90s or whatever. That would have been my yellow dogs back in the 90s off of Grand Champion Yellow stuff, but I don't know what this is. I'm gonna take it to the Smithsonian. This might be my ticket out right here. This little hip bone right here, whatever this is. Anyway, let me know what you think. We're about to get on to this training with Marino. Hope y'all stay safe for the holidays. You know how we doing it down south. Hey, and I don't even drink like that. Pelican Bay Kennel. I'm about to work Marino just on some basics. We're gonna keep it moving fast. And then I'm about to start working them on the double attack, which means send them on the attack on one, call them out, send them on the attack on the second person. But first we're gonna do some quick basics. I'm gonna see how he working up on that, and you know what, like I told you, he gotta be touched up on everything. We've been working hard last week, so I think. Pass up. Stay. I see. Couche. Couche. I see. Couche. Stay. I see. Pass up.